Can't really see it on there. Yeah. Reset. Yeah, it's dead. Take that out tomorrow then. What do you know? Another lockdown repair video. And fault find as well. So in that video I just shown you, was a floodlight above that window. It's died. I'm just going to check to make sure that there's no water ingress on the connections or anything. Make sure all the connections are sound before I go ahead and replace the floodlight. So it's only been up for 18 months and it's died. So let's have a look to see what's really wrong with it. Again, it's an absolutely beautiful day out. So the light is operated via this pull cord and it's done pretty badly, as you can see. There's a neutral there. What they've done is they've literally cut the outer sheath and brought the live in and live out, and that's it. Left the earth and neutral just like that. And it just goes through in that mini trunking on the wall to the floodlight. This is going to get ripped out when we do this room properly, and it is naughtily spurred off a ring. That's naughty. So it's going to be left as is for the minute, and then when this room gets done in a couple of months, it'll be gone completely. All this is coming out, that floodlight's going, all the wiring and lot, all this lot in here, all the wiring in here is going, being redone. So yeah, there is the wire coming in. Here is the spur off the upstairs socket. It's 32 amp ring main final circuit, or ring final circuit should I say, and it's literally just tapped off that, going to there. So not great, but at least they carried the earth through, which is good. But yeah, this is going to get ripped out when it gets done in here. And then the piece de resistance is, look at this. That's bad, isn't it? Why do people do stuff like this? It's bad. So I think I'll get the house ring isolated and then we'll work from there. I think be the best bet. I've got my trusty Fluke T5600 tester as well. Give us a good idea what's going on if we've got a floating neutral somewhere. But yeah, shouldn't do really. But you never know. The house ring was tested not too long ago actually. I retested it after doing some modifications and it came back fine. So we'll see if we've got a floating neutral or not. News, we haven't got a floating neutral, so that's all good. Oh, I could isolate the house ring now. It's just going to be a long process. Oh dear. Oh well, better be safe than sorry. Right, so that's the house ring isolated now. You'll hear a beep every so often. It may be faint. It's just a house alarm warning that it's not connected to the internet and there's no power. It's got an internal backup battery that will last supposedly for a couple of days. So, not bad. And dishwasher's finished when I went upstairs. That's handy. Right, let's see if this is isolated now. Should be. Oh, and these are my 3 backup screwdrivers. Just in case I get caught out. I need to do something. I haven't got my tools with me. So, let's have a look into this then. That other cable that goes up in this trunking sods off to a socket down there. It's all coming out, like I said. Like I said, the only thing we're keeping is this switch drop that goes to that light. It'll be really diverted for when we do the lights in here. And this earth cable, I'll have to put some metal capping over it to protect it because can't really divert it really. Not without replacing the whole thing. It's annoying. So that's the neutral, that's the earth, and they've just split it and gone into here. what goodies have we got inside? Apart from creepy crawlies, it's not the greatest, but it looks to be in there. I'll check to make sure they're tight. But yeah, the trunking behind, flapping in the wind. It's just crap, really, isn't it? DIY Dave strikes again. All the connections are good, which is nice and sound, but this is knackered. So brilliant. So it's not going to come out. It's just the screws are knackered and it won't pull out. You can. It's just obviously not great. Oh well. Like I say, it's only going to be in for a couple of more months and it is going. If it was me personally, I would have put a switch down there or something, or even a switch in there. But what can you do? Right, let's have a look at the floodlight. I've just had a look at the inline connector and it all looks good. No signs of water ingress, which is good. Just check that neutral there. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, there's no signs of water ingress. It's an IP rated connector. So let's have a look at the light fitting, because all the connections are good. So I wonder if water's gotten in there somehow, because that's the way it sits. So yeah, but I do suspect it might be the floodlight itself. I'm just making sure that all the connections are good. It's oh, shut the front door. It's an LAP. It's fitting. And like I say, it's only been in probably about 18 months, if that. Well, 2 years nearly. 18th year, 29th week. But it has not been fitted for that long. Because even these penny washers are still not rusted. Can't buy quality these days. Alright, let's just check one more thing and then have a look at the light in closer detail, I guess. Well, again, all the connections on this connector are good. They're a bit flat, but that's the way it goes. But yeah, the connections there look really good. No signs of water ingress. So, a bit of a strange one. I'll check to make sure that we've got a neutral path all the way back to that junction box. We have got a neutral at the junction box. Maybe the flex has died, you don't know. Maybe it's just gone bad. You don't really know until you try, really. Alright, let's have a go. So we have got a neutral, continuous neutral, going back to that junction box. And I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. There's a blowing LED, I can see it through the glass. About there. This is bottom row, second one in from the right. So that's probably killed it then. It's terrible, isn't it? Things are not just built to last anymore. It's a shame. Right, well, new floodlight it is. Good to check the cause of failure, like with the circuitry, before you go rushing in, buying a new fitting like that, and then connecting it up, and it don't last more than 5 minutes. You want to make sure everything's continuous. So, yeah, it's just build quality that's caused this fault. Terrible. What have I learned from this? Don't buy lap. That's a LAP floodlight. I fitted LAP downlights not too long ago, and they were really smart. They did look very smart. And I just fitted the fire rated downlight cans and reused the lamps that were already there. They're actually better than these Nlight ones, which is a bit annoying because these I fitted 3 years ago and they've changed the design for a more one I prefer. So I'm not going through the hassle of changing these. There's no point. But if I had the choice of fitting Nlight downlight cans, fire rated cans, I don't fit integrated because it causes hassle, or LAP downlights, I'd probably go for the LAP because they're very thin, they're thinner than these ones, and they just look smart. I really was impressed with them, but not impressed with their floodlights. I'll go and change the floodlight for a new one, but I'll do that off the video because I don't think I'll do it straight away. See what the parents want to do first, and we'll go from there. But whilst we're here, I'm going to do something because they ain't been done in a little while. Test the RCDs. I'm going to go as far as turning everything off, and then just press the test button one more time. Just doing a quick RCD test, which you're meant to do every quarterly. Well, now it's changed every 6 months of that. But yeah. And then just make sure that the main switch works as well. Happy days. So you set that. Now everything's been reset, I'm going to get mind out. Oh, you've reset everything. Well, I was doing an RCD test. Right. That'll do for this video. Thanks for watching.